And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Before we do get into today's video, as always, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. So I hope you guys are all okay. As you can tell by the title, we've got a lot to go through as we've been handed a massive blow ahead of the Ross County clash, which is a little bit frustrating. We'll discuss all of the details in that in just a moment, but I will recap the midweek loss to Borussia Dortmund a little bit. It was a very, very poor result. It's our first video back since that result. Been doing a lot of travelling around, so I haven't had time to get the camera out and record. But yeah, I watched the game. It was definitely, obviously, clearly it was our worst performance of the season, but of course it was also our best opposition of the season to date as well. So you have to bear that in mind. But I could maybe accept that fact if it wasn't a 7-1 pumping. We were, punished for every error we made on the pitch. A really, really poor result. Of course, they were 5-1 up at the break, and they were not holding back going into the second half either. A very much deserved victory for Borussia Dortmund. Adeyemi is a very, very good player. Punished our defence massively throughout that match. And a little bit of a wake-up call as well. A little bit of, back to reality a little bit, I suppose, as well. We were kind of in the cloud a little bit, thinking, we're undefeatable, untouchable right now, the great start we had to the season. Of course, not going to dismiss how good we've been this campaign, but that was a bit of a wake-up call against Borussia Dortmund. We're not quite there yet with the European elites, unfortunately. But I think we're on the right path. But a 7-1 defeat does really sober you up a little bit and bring you down back to reality. So yeah, I'm not happy with the result. I'm sure there's a lot of you guys are not as well. And it's the first time I've really got to speak about it. But yeah, not a great result overall. Before I do get into the main story of today's video, because on social media after the 7-1 defeat to Borussia Dortmund, Celtic went pretty much radio silent on X and Instagram, etc., etc. That was until yesterday morning when they released these new Adidas original shirts and jumpers. And I have to say, they are quite interesting designs. These retro Adidas original kind of like streetwear clothing. Now, it's a good design. I do like Adidas for what they're doing. Cause I think that they're the best kit sponsor to have, because they do offer the fan base so much opportunity to buy decent merchandise as well and make good quality stuff. And I think the kits look the best as well. But yeah, I put some pictures on the screen of some of the items they dropped yesterday morning. Or yesterday afternoon, sorry. But yeah, there's some interesting pieces here. Obviously the shirt, the long sleeve shirt, the collar. We've got the hoodies. Well, I'm a big fan of the hoodie, to be fair. The hoodie looks nice. A short sleeve shirt, and another hoodie there as well. So yeah, it looks very good bit of kit there, and I think that's obviously good for generating income outside of the club, not away from football on the pitch and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely the right thing to do for Celtic, and I think a lot of fans will be interested in that. They are on sale now. You can get them at the Celtic shop. The prices here as well if you guys are interested. So the jersey costs £85, while the joggers come in at £75. The t-shirt costs £40. So it's not the cheapest bit of kit, but of course we know that football prices and kits stuff like that are very, very expensive nowadays. But yeah, if you are interested, go check them out. I thought it was quite a cool design. That was kind of the first real tweet they put out since the defeat to Borussia Dortmund. So yeah, it went kind of radio silent for a few days. But yeah, not a great result. Let me know your thoughts on that defeat down below in the comment section. Do you still think we are in a good chance of getting out of this league phase? Do you think we can get into maybe the qualifying round where you play to get into the round of 16? Or do you think we might struggle to get there? Or do you think we can finish top 8 and get to the round of 16? Let me know down below. But let's get into the main story of today's video, because that's why you guys are here. The massive blow we've received ahead of the Ross County game this weekend. And that is with regards to our player who was injured, and that, of course, is Alistair Johnson. This is confirmed by Jesse Marsh, his Canadian boss. So, whilst Johnson seemed to have recovered from a previous issue in the last international break in time to feature in Celtic's 6-0 demolition of St Johnstone, he seems to have suffered a setback following the Hoops' Champions League loss to Borussia Dortmund. So he was subbed off early, and Anthony Ralston replaced the Canadian in Germany. Marsh confirmed Johnson is nursing an injury, ruling him out of Canada's upcoming fixture against Panama. Speaking to Sunsport, Marsh said Alistair Johnson and midfielder Ismail Kone are both rehabbing injuries. It's back and ankle injuries for them. This news comes, of course, as a blow for Celtic ahead of their trip to Dingwall to face Ross County this Sunday, with Johnson likely to miss the match Brendan Rodgers will need to adjust his defensive plans. Despite the setback, the Scottish champions should still be well equipped to handle the challenge, with the squad boasting enough depth to cope with Johnson's absence. Of course, Anthony Rowson in games like this is more than able to step up against Ross County on this Sunday. He's got previous in Dingwall scoring a last-minute winner while Celtic were down to 10 men under Ange Postecoglou. So, yeah, not a great news to hear that he's injured again. Kind of a reoccurring issue here with Alistair Johnson a little bit. Can you bracket him as injury prone? I'm not too sure. I don't know how many injuries it takes to be classed as an injury prone player. But yeah, he's another injury then, another little knock. He's going to miss his international duty with Canada, which doesn't really affect us. Honestly, I don't really care if he's there or not. I guess it's good for him to get minutes whilst he's away, but of course it just increase chance or risk that he can get an injury when he's away from the club, which is never good. But of course he's injured anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But Alistair Johnston, he is injured and he will miss this game against Ross County, which is a little bit annoying. Of course, he is our starting right back. He has been for the last few years now. So Anthony Rowson will be replacing him for that game. Of course, it is Ross County. I'm more than confident we can get a result here. Hopefully, another clean sheet as well. We're in a really good form right now. Make it 7 wins out of 7. 7 clean sheets out of 7 would be unbelievable as well. I mean, unheard of. Of course, he broke the record last game out against St Johnstone. So hopefully we can continue that record and make it unbeatable for future generations when it comes to Celtic, of course. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video. I'm very interested to know your thoughts on those Adidas kits as well. Will you guys be purchasing those? The price is pretty steep, to be honest with you. I don't. 75 quid for a pair of joggers is a bit ridiculous. But it's a good way for the club to generate income outside of match day and other bits like that, and the transfers and stuff like that as well. So always welcome. Some supporters will buy it, some supporters won't. I won't be buying it personally. But yeah, there's some cool kit, some cool bits of gear there as well. Also, let me know your thoughts on that really disappointing result to Borussia Dortmund midweek. Do you think that was? Well, I mean, obviously 7-1 is ridiculous, but do you think it was do you think we were just off our game, and do you think Dortmund were really good, or do you think that just shows a difference in class between the two sides, or do you just think they were on their night and we weren't? I just think we made too many errors in that match, and they just kind of capitalised on all those mistakes that we made. Misplaced passes, etc., etc. I think they just were really clinical that night. Adeyemi is a very good player by the looks of it. Borussia Dortmund aren't as strong as they used to be as well, which is a little bit concerning. They haven't got the strongest team like they did a few years ago with Haaland, Bellingham, and Sancho and stuff like that. They've got a little bit of a weaker side now, but it's still a very good. Marco Reus isn't there anymore either. Still got a very good side, but yeah, they definitely were better than us on the night. And let me know your score predictions for the Ross County game this Sunday. I'm going to go for a 4-0 win at Dingwall for Celtic. That's my predictions. Let me know yours down below. As always, drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.